highly sensitive medical cargo requires extra care. The three major deep-sea terminal operators within the Port of Antwerp, PSA Antwerp, MPET, and DP World, all have put a series of procedures in place that guarantee the safest handling of your sensitive cargo. Let's explore the unique flow of a refrigerated container or reefer when exported from one of these deep-sea terminals. Before cargo even comes into the picture, the empty reefer is cleaned and thoroughly inspected. The cooling unit is the beating heart of the reefer container. It is subject to a series of tests during a pre-trip inspection or PTI. Only full completion of these tests qualifies the container for use. Each loaded container, inbound for the terminal, requires pre-registration in the terminal's truck announcement systems. You can record container number, truck registration, and driver identification in a secure online dashboard. The terminals instantly receive this information and await the container's arrival. When a truck shows up at the terminal gate, cameras read the container number and make high-resolution images of the exterior for visual inspection. When the driver enters their truck appointment reference, all data is checked against the information in the truck announcement system. The truck is only granted access to the terminal when its data matches the booking details. Once inside one of the heavily secured container terminals, the driver parks the truck. They release the twist locks and unplug the power of the cooling unit. After indicating that the container is ready for pickup, a straddle carrier or automated stacking crane immediately takes the container from the truck chassis and moves it to a dedicated stacking zone on the terminal yard. This flow shows the arrival on terminal of a reefer container by truck, but our terminals are also accessible by barge and by rail, connecting your cold supply chain with the rest of the world. All deep-sea terminals within the Port of Antwerp have state-of-the-art reefer racks. After pickup from one of the incoming transport modes, the straddle carrier or automatic stacking crane carefully positions the reefer container in a predefined slot in the reefer rack. As soon as the container is stacked, the dedicated reefer inspector gets notified on his device and heads towards the container. He connects the container's cooling system to the power grid and already performs a first check, comparing temperature and humidity against the booking data of that container. From here on out, the reefer gets monitored at least 3 times a day during its stay on terminal. Should any irregularities occur, detection is swift and immediate action is discussed between terminal and shipping line. Potential issues get resolved by our 24/7 on-site reefer response team. If a container's unplug time somehow exceeds the reefer's specifications, our monitoring teams are alerted immediately and automatically. When a deep-sea vessel gets loaded, straddle carriers bring out the containers to the key cranes. These giant cranes stack them in the bay of the vessel, following a pre-agreed planning and loading sequence. Planners, reefer inspectors, straddle carrier drivers, and crane operators all coordinate on the highest level for a streamlined delivery to the quay. The smooth route from unplugging in the reefer rack to arrival underneath the key crane for loading assures the absolute minimum unplugging time. Once the reefer gets lifted from the quay, OCR cameras automatically register the outgoing container number and make a new set of images for visual inspection. On board the vessel, the reefers are once again prioritized and plugged in, ready for their journey overseas. This export flow works perfectly in reverse as well, for import of refrigerated cargo. The key cranes register the incoming reefers and acknowledge the arrival in the system. Reefers are then plugged and monitored in the reefer racks on the yard. Automatic notification systems enable the cargo owner to carefully track the arrival and status of their containers on terminal. This makes it easy to arrange pickup from the terminal by truck, barge, or rail, delivering their temperature-controlled goods to the European hinterland. All of Antwerp's deep-sea terminals have these procedures in place for your temperature-sensitive cargo, making sure that unplug time is minimized. We are proud to say that we are GDP ready.